Hey guys, today in this video blog I figured I would share with you, I have kind of a 30-minute calisthenic workout for my picking hand and my fretting hand that I do pretty much before every big practice session that I do, just to keep my hands in shape. And I figured I'd share that with you guys. Maybe you'll get something out of it. Maybe you'll find the exercises will help keep your hands in shape and keep you ready for learning bigger and harder things. Anyway, I figured what I would do to make the video shorter would be to give you the first half, which is just picking stuff. And then in the next video, I guess I'll do the left hand stuff or the fretting hand stuff, just so you can it won't be just a ton of information in one long huge video. So I guess come in for a closer look and I'll show you what I do for my picking hand. There goes my pick. Okay, and here for a little closer view. I guess I spent about 10 to 15 minutes on just right hand stuff initially, like half of the warm-up calisthenic thing I do. And the very first thing I do is just practice picking on one string, on single strings, right? Because each string feels differently. You got to kind of get used to the way it feels, and it gives you a really nice time to focus on your picking technique and relaxing and speed and all that. So what I'll do is I'll just come up here to the high E string. I'll just mute the strings or something, right? And pick. Start off slow, just being really aware of my efficiency of motion, making little tiny motions using my wrist, not my whole arm. A little bit of fingers too, just because your wrists and your fingers can make way smaller motions than your elbow, right? So do that for a while at a slower speed until I feel really acclimated, and then just burn it out for a little bit. Normally I would do 30 seconds slowly, and then switch it to a good 30 seconds faster too, and then I'll move on to the next string, right? Do that for a while, and then same thing on all 6 strings. And you'll notice that it feels different when you get on the thicker strings too, and my pick angle actually changes more downward the further I go down the thicker strings too. So I'll do that on all 6 strings, just get acclimated on each string, really small efficient motions. And then once that's done, I'll speed it up and just kind of exercise, right? Kind of like running. And I'm not even worrying about, generally don't even worry about metronomes with this. This is just kind of getting my hand warmed up and kind of lifting weights, if you will, for your picking hand, right? So next string. Of course, I'm speeding this up huge just for the sake of the video. Really small motions, wrist mostly. I like to do that just as fast as I can. I mean, I don't want to have any pain or anything, but it's just a good little workout. The next thing that I do, the next little step for picking, is kind of an outside of the string picking exercise, I guess you'd say. So what I do is I just mute the strings again, and then like on the high B string and the high E string, I pick down on the B, up on the E, and just back and forth like that, over and over. And kind of the same thing. I'll do it slowly for a while, concentrate on my technique and efficiency, and then I'll speed it up. And then I'll do the exact same thing, go down the next 2 string pairs, so do it on the G and the B. Start on the G with a downstroke. And what this does, it helps you get used to switching strings with your pick, when you're playing throughout scales and stuff, because that tends to be a problem area that kind of trips up people. So it's really good to work on just this by itself. And then the same thing, go down the next string pair. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do this watching in the camera. Same thing. And I do it for, 30 seconds to a minute on each string pair. And this really helps your coordination and your aim when changing strings, and that's nice. Thank you, John Petrucci, rock discipline. Anyway, once I do that, I do the same thing, start here on the B and E strings again, but I do inside of the string picking. So I start with a downstroke on the high E and move to an upstroke on the B. Same thing, slow and efficient, then speed it up a bit just to get some exercise in. hop over the next string pair after a while, G, upstroke, B, downstroke. Anyway, you can go do that, you know, all the next two strings, next two. And that is the second picking exercise that I do. The next one, what is the next one? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's the Paul Gilbert one, the one where you play 3 notes on, let's say just on your low E string, and then hop over to the A string, play an upstroke, so down, hop over, up, and then down, up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-note pattern, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And start it over. And that is, again, it's kind of incorporating both picking on one string and then hopping over to the next string, because that's where the trouble area usually comes in for most people, is changing strings when they're picking fast. So that's that kind of a thing, and I do that on each string pair. So you don't have to fret any notes, and then I do it coming back down as well. So start with an up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change string pair, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, it's hard to look at the video at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start on the G with an up. 1, 2, 3. Then over to the D. 4, 5, 6. Back to the G. And that's just a real good outside of the string kind of application or exercise for that. And you can do the exact same thing starting with an upstroke, and that'll help you work on your inside of the string picking. So just, for example, your low E string, play the same pattern but start with an upstroke, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to go, so that'll be up, down, up, and then go over to the A string, down, and back to the E, up, down. Start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, then do the same thing on the next string pair. Next string pair. Same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing all the way up. And then once you get up to these two strings, the B and the E, you can start with the top string and do the same kind of thing. So down, up, down, up, down, up. So and that keeps you inside the strings to work on that. Go over the next string group. Same thing, same exact thing. And just keep doing that all the way down your string pairs. Give me a second. We'll talk about a little bit about this and what's coming in the next video. So that's kind of the first half of my warm-up / calisthenics routine to keep my hands in shape. Again, that probably takes 10 to 15 minutes for that part. I guess in the next video I will show you what I do for my left hand, just for my left hand, to kind of keep it in shape and warm it up and keep it coordinated. And then we'll, in that same video, I guess, we'll put both left and right hands together. So it give you like a full 20 or 30 minute workout that you can do before each practice session. That really makes learning any new songs or working on any harder stuff awesome, because you're already in shape, you're primed, you're ready to go, right? I guess, yeah, if you have any exercises you want to share, guys, let me know. I'd love to see them. These are just ones that over the years I found worked for me, keeping my hands in shape and stuff like that. Leave your comments below. If you can, make a video in response to this. I'd love to see new exercises all the time. They're always great. Other than that, use this in your daily practice sessions. See if it works for you. That's it.